Kranthi Bathini joins us this morning for his views on all that's happening in the Indian stock markets. Kranthi, good morning. Thank you so much for your time. We saw a massive rally yesterday in the second half, and this happened soon after Sergio Gore, the new US ambassador, said that the trade deal with US is pretty much on the table still, and the next call is likely to happen today. We saw positive momentum in the markets, but this morning sentiments are a little sour, could be potentially due to HCL Tech and TCS and their earnings, which you're seeing in the equity markets, but also the new announcement of the 25% additional tariff on countries trading with Iran.
Yeah, Kartik, good morning to you. Yeah, we witnessed a strong rebound in the market yesterday. It seems to be it was losing the ground. The crucial support zone of 25,500 got violated during the day. But thanks to some kind of a positive commentary with respect to the trade deal is concerned, with respect to the new ambassador to India, the kind of bonding he have with President Trump, that gives a positive not a momentum, some kind of a solace to the markets that help the market to sustain the crucial zone of 25,500, and we witnessed a rebound in the markets. But still the FIS have been in the selling sphere only. They need much more greater clarity, but thanks to the DIS who stood and they bought for the tune of more than 5,000 crores yesterday. So overall, we are seeing the texture of Indian market at this point of time is buy and dips and sell and rally kind of a mode. And markets last week, they were in a oversold zone. And yesterday, we witnessed some kind of a short covering in the range of 25,500 that helped the market to move above the 25,700 range. That's where we are witnessing. This morning, the Asian cues have been positive, but as we progressing into the day, we need to see how the day is going to pan out. Any uprise, we are not finding any kind of an incremental rise in the market. In the morning, we opened at a positive note, but still at this point of time, we are at a flattish kind of a zone at this point of time. We are into the earnings season. How the company earnings are going to pan out, that's makes the Nifty and Sensex to sustain these levels. So a lot of companies are going to declare the results. Around 30 to 40% of the Nifty companies which have a weightage on Nifty, they are going to declare the results by this weekend.
Right.
So market is closely observing the earnings season, and also we have the big budget policy action that's going to come. So market is tracking these moves, and overall that how the Trump moves and also the geopolitical environment that is going to weigh on the market, Kartik, in the medium to short term.
Absolutely. So a lot for investors to digest at this point of time. But let's take it one by one. Let's start with the earnings season, which kicked off yesterday. TCS and HCL Tech both announcing their numbers. And if you look at TCS, revenue saw a year-on-year dip of about 2.6%, though still holding at about $7.5 billion or so. But the worry really came on the margins, with net profit down about 14% or so. But there was a green streak as well in the earnings yesterday, Kranthi, wasn't it? And that was on account of AI revenue shoring up for TCS. That saw a growth of about 17%, now standing at about $1.8 billion. So there is some sort of a glimmer of hope when it comes to India's AI services story, isn't it?
Absolutely, Kartik. That's where the stock could able to sustain today. And that brought some kind of a positivity, the AI and the future businesses like data center and the new initiatives and acquisitions they did. That gives some kind of a comfort to the stock in the medium to short term. And also a lot of looming uncertainty around the US economy. Yeah, if we observe the US economy, the pendulum is moving between extreme optimism and extreme pessimism. One hand, the tariffs and the measures taken by the Trump administration, they're going to create some kind of extraordinary growth for US economy. This is one sort of theory that is playing. The other hand side is the kind of measures taken by US administration and the kind of geopolitical uncertainty they are creating, that's going to spoil the US balance sheet and Federal Reserve. What's happening, we are just observing. So these kind of things creating the negativity on the another hand. So the pendulum is moving between the extreme optimism and extreme pessimism. So coming to TCS, as long as even the Indian IT companies, as long as the pendulum is moving towards the positivity of extreme optimism of US, we are witnessing some kind of a buying interest in the Indian IT companies on a medium to long term. But when the pendulum is moving to the extreme pessimism, we are witnessing some kind of a sell-off. That's what we are witnessing in the IT space at this point of time. By and large, if the investors are a long-term investor,
Yeah.
just TCS is the stock to look. The kind
Right.
of initiatives and the AI space they're developing, that's
Right.
going to be a positive trigger for the company in the next coming future.
Absolutely. So positive trigger, but what we also noticed in the TCS story was the sharp decline in headcount by about 25,000 employees or so. Meanwhile, headcount holding pretty much constant for HCL, which let go of just about a net of 261 odd people. I want to quickly get your view now on another sector, and this happens to be the energy stocks, Kranthi, very quickly. We are seeing a massive dip in Reliance Industries today, and could this be potentially because of the fear of rising crude prices, given all the turmoil that we are seeing in Iran?
Kartik, see, rising crude oil prices have going to have a balanced impact on Reliance Industries.
Okay.
One thing is when the crude oil rises, the petrochemical business of Reliance Industries is going to gain. When the crude oil comes down, the refining capacities, the utilization will go up. Reliance have a more hedged business model. So by and large, the warning of U.S. Trump administration on Iranian oil, because India is one of the country which imports a substantial chunk of Iranian oil. That's going to have impact in the medium to short term. But in future, the Venezuelan oil is getting pumped into the world, so that can give some kind of a comfort in the coming days. So there is a lot of things are happening around the oil at this point of time,
Right.
Karthik. You and me need to, and the investors need to observe how this entire episode of pumping of oil is going to take place in the coming months and weeks.
Absolutely. Well, let's leave it at that for now. Kranthi Bathini, thank you so much. As always, pleasure having you here with us on News
Thank
9.
you, Karthik.